Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
Steve, you're on the line with Daniel Straus.
The champ, the two-time and current featherweight champion, Mr. Straus. How are you today, sir?
I'm all right. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm so happy to talk to you about this big fight you've got coming up with Patricio, the fourth time. But before I even get into that, I have to take you back to Bellator 145 because I looked at those x-rays again, and I got to know, how were you feeling when you first saw those x-rays?
Painful. It was painful to see. It was a lot of pain, but it was good to know that I had did what I came to do and got my hand raised.
That's true. You hit him with that left hand so many times that by the fifth round I was thinking, well, he's wincing in pain just because he used it so much. I didn't even know it was broken, but man, that's just the resolve of the heart of a champion there that you kept pushing through.
Yeah, gotta keep going it, man. Gotta keep going it.
That's true. So how long after surgery and rehab was it before you could even start sparring with that again?
It was quite a bit. I had surgery shortly after the fight, actually that Wednesday after the fight. And we were expected, maybe, I think it was like something like that. And after a little bit, we thought we would get back in the gym, and I still couldn't. My bone actually was not. Actually, I'll tell you what happened the first time. I had rotation in my foot, so it wasn't healing, and I had actually bent the plate. So went back to the drawing board, had another surgery, and I was thinking shortly after that, I'll be back to sparring and hitting, and maybe another 6 to 9 weeks. And that was derailed again when we went back to the X-ray and still wasn't healing. So I didn't get the punch until this past October. It was a long time, but it was almost a year before I could punch with it again. But I stayed in the gym, and I was still sparring. I sparred with one hand for a while. I had one hand in the cast, the other hand in the boxing glove, and I was just still doing my thing. It didn't stop me, and that's just, I guess, the mentality that I had. But it took a while for me to get comfortable throwing it again. And when I did throw it again, it wasn't like immediately. I was, I was like any natural person would be. I was a little timid, and finally got it back.
I know you're not scared to throw it at Patricio now after all this time. You're ready to hit him with that left hand again, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I can hit that guy with something he's never seen in his life before.
How surprised were you when they gave you the notice that you were going to fight him a fourth time? You probably thought you were done with him.
Actually, no, I didn't. I knew it was around the corner. I didn't. Here's the thing. I've never shied away from any fight and never will shy away from any fight. And I wasn't looking for, a new opponent. I wasn't looking for them to give me anybody. I really didn't care. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was whoever signed on that dotted line was who was about to catch his ass whooping. And he just so happened to be that victim, So, they told me who it was going to be. Great, let's get it on. You know what I mean? I know he wants to, get that win back, and he feels that he has to get, be confident and all this other, bullshit. But like I said, man, if he's going to be his victim, better to get it done now than later.
Do you feel like getting this win over him also makes it a little more satisfying because he's got the 2-1 edge, and with this second win, you'll even it up?
No, because for me, I've won that second one. I mean, yeah, he won on paper with choking me out, but from the beginning to the end of that fight, he was getting his ass whooped. And that's exactly what I said I was going to do. And it just took my third fight for me to get my hand raised. So nothing's really going to change. I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing in the first two fights. In the first fight, You know, I'll give him that. The first fight, if any fight I gave to him, you know, to me, he pulled off that first one. You know, it was close, but in my eyes, he won that one. The second one, too. But, you know, I came to do what I said I was going to do, and I did it in the third fight, and in the fourth fight, I continued doing what I said I was going to do past previous. So, you know, the scoreboard doesn't mean nothing to me. I mean, yeah, the scoreboard's what we base, you know, facts off of, but mentally, he knows what it is. You know what I mean?
True.
Going into that third fight, you know what it was. You know what I mean? He didn't want to see me. Why? Because the first fight, he got so lucky in choking me out. You know, that was his only option. So I don't look at it as, oh, we're getting even, and, you know, it is what it is. On paper, yeah, you won 3 or 2 fights, but mentally, you've only won one fair fight, you know, and he knows it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Well, I know mentally you had that second fight on lock until the rear naked choke, and in the third fight, you definitely had things going your way. But does that take a little pressure off now, knowing that you've not only whooped his ass a couple of times, but now he's got to take the title from you instead of the other way around?
No, to me it doesn't. It just makes me have to grind even harder because, you know, I know what I can do and know what I'm good at. I know what I need to continue to do, and I just long to keep that mindset. You know, he's not gonna bully me. He can bully, you know, the rest of the division and other guys, but it doesn't scare me. He doesn't really, you know, bring any fear to me. So, you know, walking into there, I'm not looking like I have to, you know, I'm motivated because I won the last time. I'm still pushing to win. You know what I mean? I'm still looking at it as if I never won a fight. You know, I still have this chip on my shoulder. I'm going to continue to have this chip on my shoulder. So, you know, every time I fight him or anybody else, that's how it's going to be. So, it's just how I look at it.
Well, you mentioned a chip on the shoulder, and I've talked to a few other featherweights recently who have a chip on their shoulder, too. Emmanuel Sanchez, AJ McKee, Daniel Weichel. They all seem to be queuing up, getting ready for the winner of this fight. So what do you have to say to the rest of that division that's hungry?
You know, stay hungry. You know, you get your chance, and I'll be more than willing to feed you, you know. It is what it is. You know, there's a couple guys that well, you know, but you know, I'm watching. I definitely respect Sanchez. I respect, you know, a guy like McKee. You can't really say his name to me without knowing his specifics. You know, don't come hollering that you want to belt when you're talking about fighting. Give me fights to build your name up. So.
True indeed. So, with this queue of all guys that are staying hungry, how many title defenses do you think it's going to be this year to get these guys fed?
Shit. I really want, I'm trying to fight as much as possible. You know, if I can get 4 this year, that'd be perfect. If I can get more than that, which is not likely, but, you know, if I can get more than that, I would love it. But, you know, it's all on Bellator. It's their world. I'm just here to play, so.
Well, it's definitely your world right now because this is your show. You're on the top of the marquee. But at the same time, what do you think about these other fights on here? Alima Lay, she wanted me to give you a shout-out because you got the same management. What do you think about her fight with Middleton?
I'm excited about that fight, man. I'd love to see her do her thing. This is my first time seeing her live, so I'm excited about her. She's definitely a dope fighter.
And as I mentioned, AJ McKee, although he definitely needs a stiffer test in competition, it should still be an exciting fight with him and Dominic Mazzota.
Oh, please. Ah, man. Last time I heard about that guy, I'm a dominator. He couldn't even dominate somebody that's not even known. So he can keep saying what he has to, and we'll see where he ends up.
Yeah, it seems to me like if he's really going to vie for contention, he's going to have to beat somebody like Emmanuel Sanchez or Jean Teixeira and really stamp that approval on it.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're here for. We're here to see real fights.
Indeed. Well, they can only get more real as they get closer and closer to you. So, what do you think of the featherweight division as a whole? To me, it's probably the strongest of Bellator's divisions and arguably as good or better than UFC's.
Hey man, we've been here for a long time. 45 divisions from Bellator's been here, you know, and I'll say this, props to everybody from in the 45 division, man. We've all been some hard hitters and we've all been, you know, grinding to get there and put our names on the map. And, you know, that's one thing I can say about my division is that, you know, I don't respect any of them. Not one of them, you know, any one of them can beat anybody at any given day. And, I'm glad to see that I'm at the top of it. I'm going to work, you know, that hard to be on the top of it.
That's true. And like you said, it's a division where anybody can dominate. I mean, you could end up seeing Pat Curran again at some point. You just never know.
Yeah, I would love, you know, that's another fight I would love to see down the road, maybe. Just, who knows, man? You know, I'm not really focused on any of them right now. I'm really worried about, you know, Pitbull. And one thing I'm done with him, whoever they give me is who I'll be worried about next.
Now, you said you were going to show Pitbull some things he'd never seen before. I'm not asking you to give away the game. I know you can't do that. But when you say that, you must have obviously picked up a few things in training.
Yes, sir. You know, that's not surprising. I'm going to continue doing what I do best. And I'm going to let him try to figure out what I picked up. So, just, you know, it's going to be a great fight. Definitely going to be an exciting fight.
And you're not planning to go 5 rounds with it this time. I'm sure you'd like to end it a whole lot sooner than that.
I'm trying to get him out there early, too. You know, I really want to get done with him as well as he wants to get done with me. But, you know, if I have to drag him to the deep waters, and that's what I'll do. Everybody knows me. You know, I have no problem with that 5th round. You know, I'm fresh all day.
What do you think he's improved on the most? Did you see anything in his last couple of fights that you thought were really interesting to you?
No, he's Pitbull. You know what I mean? He's short, stocky, and, you know, he's aggressive. That's who he is. That's who he's been throughout his career. And, you know, that's what he's shown in his past couple fights. So, it's not like it's something, tremendous that he's done.
Do you think that leg injury in the fight with Benson is going to have any effect on his performance this time, or do you think it's all under the water for him?
Hopefully it's all under the water. You know, I don't want anybody having any excuses for when they lose, you know, so I hope he's healed up, you know, and just like I'm healed up, and let's just get to it. You know, I'm not going to go in there and blame my hand for anything that happens, and I hope he doesn't blame his leg for anything that happens, so.
All right. Well, how are you feeling about this hype leading up to it? With the 4th fight, you really can't get any bigger hype than that, except maybe if they had put it on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, you know, I would have loved to be on the pay-per-view, but I'm glad I get to fight now. I'm not really worried about it. You know, I'm hyped for the fight because I'm just excited to fight again. I'm excited to step in the cage, and I'm excited to show what I you know, show that I'm still here. You know, I've always felt like I've never was given the respect I was due, and I'm gonna keep, you know, fighting as if I don't. So.
Well, you may not feel it from everybody out there, but speaking as both a reporter and somebody who loves to watch fights, I give you that respect. You've never had a fight that wasn't exciting or fun to watch, so I really can't wait to see this.
Thank you.
So before I let you go today, Daniel, yeah, it's my pleasure, and I want to give you this chance to plug sponsors and teammates and anything you'd like before I let you go today.
I want to thank all my coaches, my fans, family, and everybody. Map Cargo, Virus, Affliction, you know, my management team, and just everyone that's been supporting me this whole time. So people know who they is. So if you're out there, I appreciate you guys very much.
And you can continue to support him by watching Bellator 178 or buying tickets to be there in person at the Mohegan Sun Arena on April 21st. So, champ, thank you so much,
Yes, sir.
and I look forward to a great fight.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much.